Now if we can get you on a tripod, we'll be ready to roll finally. I've been trying to vlog all day. At first this morning I don't know, wasn't with it very much, so I got in the shower, then my batteries were dead, and I've just been sitting here working on art. That I just showed you guys is I want to eventually try to do like a soundscape type channel, and I thought that would be another way to like share my art with the world, so I thought it'd be cool to do that, like do a picture and animate it. So I'm gonna do Desert Mer-Mart. Yeah. The other thing I've been working on, and I don't think it's gonna be in this vlog, but I want to do an intro because I want another thing to be creative with. So I did this. So I wanted to do my intros and outros kind of like vintage retro television. So I did this, and I did KDMYT, which I learned that the K in news call signs stands for any news station that is west of the Mississippi, and W was for the east. So I learned that, and then I put, you know, so Desert Mermaid, and then YouTube is the YT, and then I put 1080p, the sound decimal, transmitting from the Coachella Valley, and then this is going to be my end screen. I kind of did a Desert Mermaid version of the Indian Head, what is it, end transmission, for vintage, you know, news stations and whatnot. So I thought that would be a little fun. My mom's got a really good speaking voice and stuff. Whenever she's at a job, they always have her do like phone recordings or phone messages because she's got a really good speaking voice. And I think she would do, I'm gonna have her do some, like, maybe some recordings of her saying, like, you know, this is a public service announcement, or end transmission, or something like that. And then put some effects to it so it sounds vintagey. So that's some of the stuff I've been working on. Been trying to listen to more music here lately. YouTube's a bitch, guys. I mean, today they had the press conference for that Carlee Russell who faked her kidnapping. And I swear there was like 20 live streams earlier. Check this out. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one coming up, 5. Let's go over here. Okay, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh shit, 12, 13, no, I already counted that one. 15, no, I already counted that one. 14, Carlee, oh, 15, 16, 17, whoop, 18, keep going, 19, damn, 20 live streams going on at once of this press conference of just YouTubers covering it. It was just, so, I don't know. I've just been kind of, like I said in one of my other vlogs, it feels like my depression's kind of coming on, but I've been trying to work through it. Like I said, I just wish I had an IRL friend, and that's really hard for me because I don't interact with a lot of people. I'm at home all the time, so I don't get like co-workers to interact with, and I wish the internet had that same effect as having a, you know, a real life friend or somebody. I guess I don't even have normal people on the internet on a regular basis to talk to. I get jealous of, and I'll admit it, I'm jealous of other YouTubers, not because they have big numbers, because they're famous or make money, but because they have someone to talk to. I'm jealous of people who have someone else to talk to. And I guess, like, people, when people say I'm not jealous and stuff, they're meaning like, oh, I'm not going to be devious and go after this person because I'm jealous. Like, jealousy is a normal thing for people to feel. It is normal to feel jealous over people who have things that you don't have and you want. It's a normal, natural feel to, like, feel that feeling. Like, now, I don't hate those people. I don't blame them for having the things I don't have. It's a sucky feeling. And I've been trying to not watch as many YouTubers. Like, I watch a lot of, like, live streams and stuff, and sometimes I like to just hit the live stream at the top and see what streams are going on. And people fight in these panels on live streams on YouTube, which is so crazy to have these grown-ass adults, 10 of them up on a panel, arguing about, most of the time, I'm seeing true crime cases, or YouTubers exposing other YouTubers and trying to hold them accountable, which, one of the things I've been doing while I'm trying to stay away from watching YouTubers and stuff, because seeing them have, you know, people to talk to, whether it's people in the comments or friends, or, you know, just their autonomy to be able to leave their house because they have a healthy body and I don't. So I like to go over to Google Scholar, and if I have any, like, things I've been thinking about or questions, or just, I'll Google it. I'll put it in, well, I'll put it in Google Scholar, and I'll see what comes up. And one of the things recently that happened was James Charles did an article in Cosmopolitan about wanting to be uncanceled, which, sorry James, you can't be uncanceled for what you did. I'm gonna tell you why. So I go over to Google Scholar, and I'll just Google, put things in Google Scholar and see what pops up, right? See what research, and make sure if you ever do this and go over to Google Scholar that you're putting in, refining the, like, year, and it's off to the side, and it'll let you, like, put in, like, you want research from the last 2 years, or research from the last 5 years, right? So I wanted to see what had been written in the last couple years, right? And I wanted to see about cancel culture, like, just to see if anybody's done research on it, which there was a lot of research on cancel culture. And one of the things, it pointed out YouTubers. And there was a paper about drama channels. I shit you not, T-Spill was in this research paper. Somebody's research, someone's master thesis, someone's PhD paper they wrote for a grade, for a degree, had T-Spill in it. It was talking about cancel culture, and what it was saying was, you know how YouTubers on this platform love to hold other YouTubers accountable, and they say that's, you know, our community, we have to hold each other accountable, right? I read a paper that said that that's wrong. It cited other research, because a lot of these papers, they cite other researchers, right? So there's a ton of factual shit in these research papers, these Google Scholar, these papers that were produced by a university, that was scrutinized by a board of other PhDs in the field. It says that when YouTubers try to hold other YouTubers accountable, whether you like it or not, there's a lot of younger people on the YouTube platform. A majority of the audience is younger. And whether you like it or not, you will probably have children watch your video, even though you say this is not for children. This is, I checked the box to say this is only for adults. No kids allowed whatsoever. No children. No kiddies. No kidlets. You're still going to end up having kids who think that, well, I'm different. I'm an adult, which they're really not. They're kids. But, you know, some dumb kids think that they're adults when they're not. They watch your videos. And when they're watching your videos and they see you holding other YouTubers accountable, they want to do the same thing. And a lot of things children do, they mimic what they see adults doing, because they want to be adults too. So these children will then go to school and want to hold other children accountable for things that they don't think is right. And what ends up happening is children end up bullying other children. So this accountability culture that drama channels, commentary channels, YouTubers all want to say that it's helping the community and stuff, it's really not. It's actually hurting society and teaching children that bullying is okay because we're now calling it accountability. Isn't that crazy? And so you're like, well, Keisha, what do we do about people like James Charles, right? Because that's someone who's, these drama channels have tried to hold accountable. Which, in this paper, cites that this could be part of the issue because he's not being punished by the law or anything. And so it's easier for him to dismiss it away. But I had a paper come across Google Scholar that was about James Charles. This paper was straight up about James Charles using his platform on YouTube, you know, by talking to the camera, doing makeup, collabing with other YouTubers who have younger audiences just like him. He was fixing himself to groom children. Is that not crazy? I'm going to link this paper below for you to look at, but take a look. I'll see if I can find the other one I was talking about too and link it below. I'll just see what I can link. And you can go check it out yourself. I've tried to, you know, show other YouTubers this stuff, but I'm pretty much invisible. No one ever responds to me. No one ever sees me. I'm just an invisible person just in life in general. And I'm not saying that to feel sorry for me. It's just kind of a fact at this point. I'm invisible to a lot of people. I've been invisible my entire life, and I probably will be invisible the rest of my life. And I've come to accept that. And that's one of the reasons why I was thinking about doing the Soundscape channel. You know, I get stuck in my house a lot and stuff, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll just start doing pictures, like, of soundscapes of places I want to go, or things I wish I could do, or just, I don't know, so I can have something to do in my imagination, I guess. I don't know. So, that's just what's went up. Just tired. And tired of feeling like shit. I'm tired of not having friends. Tired of being alone most of the time. I'm tired of not having anybody to talk to. I'm just tired. But I think a lot of people are tired. It's been a very hot fucking summer, just for the globe in general. The heat, usually, I don't know what it is, but it seems like during the summer when it gets hot, it seems like that's when people have a lot more problems going on in their lives. It seems like shit hits the fan. A lot of celebrities pass away during the summer too, if you haven't realized. So I don't know if what that has to do with anything, but it just seems like things get a lot tougher during the summertime. I guess unless you're someone who's lucky and lives at the beach or something, but that's not me. I'm a desert mermaid, remember? So yeah, that's just what I've been doing. I've been working on business stuff too for my business. I got my artificial breeze shirt on because it's hot as fuck outside. And I got my Desert Mermaid charm on too, but it's so hot. So, yeah. I'm just vlogging because I need something to do. And Patrick told me, he goes, just turn it on, you know, who cares? You want something to do. So yeah, here we are. Another day in the life. Living the dream. Cute. Cute, no way. Cute. You're so cute. Oh, upside down. Oh. I see your feet. Cute. Cute. Cute, no way. Such a cute baby. Welcome to Saturday. Yes, it's noon. I'm sitting here trying to get on top of my pain. Sorry, the tripod's all fucked up. That's nothing new. Let's see. I had it tilted down because I was trying, I think I put the footage in here of Noe rolling around on his back. Super freaking cute. Whoa, whoa. Okay, shit, there you are. Yeah, so me and Patrick are just sitting here in the living room. He's got his headphones in. I'm just drawing. I was listening to some live streams earlier. I guess some YouTuber, no, there was like, well, sorry. My AirPods don't sit in my ears right. They're always falling out. I need to get some of those silicone tips from Amazon that will keep them, you know, in your ear, but yeah. So I was watching some live streams. You know, I like to hit that live stream button and then just like see what pops up. Well, like, I guess there's been like multiple YouTuber lawsuits this week in the true crime community. One, I guess I've never heard of this, Bryan Upchurch. I've never fucking heard of him. I think he's a country singer or something. I don't know. He's being sued by the family of this girl who she tragically died, and it was just a horrible car accident, you know, gone wrong, that went into the water and she drowned. And he was trying to pull an Alex Jones and saying that this girl didn't exist. Her family made her up, and they were just trying to get GoFundMe money. So the family's like, Mr. Upchurch, lawsuit. So that's going to be an interesting lawsuit, because that's actually like, we kind of have a precedent already set for something like this. Another lawsuit I saw was one YouTuber had filed a defamation claim on someone, basically just to dox them. I guess it was a channel where they don't have their government name out. So this person was trying to like sue them or something, and so that they could dox them. And so this YouTuber was like, I don't freaking think so. Let's crowdfund, get me a lawyer so I can counter sue, and that's what's going on. And this was such a detailed, like, I was listening to the YouTubers go over the filing, and I was like, damn, because, you know, I've been involved in a civil lawsuit before. Mine was a personal injury and involved a $1 billion company, but so I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh shit. And then like on the live stream, they're like, okay guys, so we got a crowdfund, you know, it's expensive to depose people. We know we're gonna have to depose this person, and this person, and I'm just like, shit, this is crazy. Yeah, all that shit's expensive, man. Our country is a pay-to-play. Our legal system is basically a pay-to-play system. Unless you're like in a high-profile criminal case, like, I call him Fatburger, Bryan Khoberger. I call him Fatburger, because why the fuck not? I mean, he sounds like one of those guys. I don't know if he did it or not, but from hearing about like what friends have said and things that have come out about him, about being in his program. Oh, hi, Timmy. Timmy came over to say hi. Hi, Timmy. He can't, you know, that he was one of those guys who, you know, had a lot of self-esteem issues around women because of his weight when he was younger, which, I'm sorry, if you're a nice guy, girls could give a shit about a guy's weight and the way they look. If you're a gentleman, appearance isn't going to matter to the right person. Tip from me to you. Someone who's in a almost 15-year relationship. That's another thing I've been seeing, is those like, what, manosphere and dating red pill people. Those people don't know shit about relationships anyway, so yeah, the lawsuit. So yeah, was that Fatburger? Yeah, Fatburger looks like the kind of guy who felt like he was being, you know, victimized by the world because of the way he looked. And then he lost all this weight and was angry and was like, I'm gonna show you guys. See, now I'm the bestest and I'm gonna show you. And you know, me versus the world. And then, you know, he lost all this weight and is like, nobody likes me, you know, I thought this is what women wanted. I'm a victim of the world. Like, you know, just one of those eternal victim people. I have a family member who I don't talk to, who's like an eternal victim. And so, like, I kind of know that, like, mentality a little bit. And I was just like, yeah. Whether he did it or not, I think he's a fat burger. So that's what I call him. But yeah, that's an interesting case. That one of the YouTubers that this other YouTuber wanted to depose. I forget how I got onto this. Can you tell I needed someone to chit chat with? And sometimes they just, you know, the conversation just evolves into, just leads into new subject territorial anyways. What was I saying? The Idaho case. Yes, so one of the YouTubers that other YouTuber wanted to depose, JLR. I guess nobody likes this guy. I mean, he is kind of a tragedy pimp, a lol cow, you know, going over to people's neighborhoods and acting like he can just film wherever he wants. I mean, it seemed like for a while maybe he was getting a little better and assimilating into the true crime community, and then the next thing you know, he's up in that neighborhood, the Idaho neighborhood again. He's pissing off the neighbors, and then he's being a little biatch, hiding in his truck or whatever he drives around in, while the dude who was yelling at him to get out of the neighborhood is being arrested. Which you guys know, like, I kind of understand the whole, like, when YouTubers or influencers come over to your neighborhoods and act like it's their aesthetic or their content farm, it is annoying. I mean, I live in Coachella land, and I live in the land where YouTubers love to come out here and take ass photos in front of my neighbors' houses, my friends and family's homes. It's just lovely feeling, right? When someone just busts out all these lighting and shit in a family neighborhood because, you know, they were allowed to Airbnb. The people were able to Airbnb a home in the neighborhood, whatever. Yeah, so I'm trying to get on top of my pain. I got my TENS unit on. I got medications. I got coffee. We had donuts earlier. Yeah, just working on my paper, listening to YouTube. I got some businessy stuff to do with Patrick later for Desert Mermaid. Maybe we can get out of the house later and go to an air-conditioned store. I know it's really hot. Let's see what the temperature is. Let's see. But I'd like to get out of the house because I haven't gotten out of the house in a while. I got my Desert Mermaid shirt on today. I did that. My art. Bloop, bloop. And I got all the cities. I think it was cool that I was able to get all the cities and then the windmills. But yeah. So, yeah, maybe we can get out of this house or something and go to a store or the mall or something. I don't know. Let's see what is the high. Today's high here, 113, you guys. It is hot as balls outside. I swear. And it's humid. That's why my shoulder's all messed up. Usually when it gets hot and humid, or I sleep on my shoulder wrong, it flares it up. So yeah, it's above 20% right now. So that and it being like above 110 just really screws me over. But I feel like I'm doing a little bit better. I got in the shower earlier today, and one thing I remember from my nursing school days is that when I was in nursing school, basically the first semester you're learning how to do like the nursing assistant skills. You're learning how to do bed baths. You're learning how to do patient care for people who can't take care of themselves because they just had surgery or they're really fucking sick. And if you have a chronic illness or chronic pain or a disability or whatever, you get that shit, right? So one thing my nursing instructor, she was always honest, like when you go in there and you take care of the immediate needs, you need to help them do their personal care. And my first semester we were doing, we would go in the morning times. So we were getting there about like 6 a.m. I remember I tried to get there around 5 and then find my, the nurse I was gonna be helping with their patients that day. I would go find her and then like try to get all my shit done, you know, early-ish, you know? And so generally a lot of the times I was the one who would go into the room and wake up the patient, and I would help them get ready for the day. And she was like, that this is very important that when you go in there, you make sure you get their teeth brushed, you help them, you know, get a bed bath done or clean up, and help freshen them up, because it's gonna help them feel better. That when you feel sick, you know, you generally don't feel like, I know this feeling. When you don't feel good, you don't feel like doing anything. And generally, personal care goes to shit. If you have mental health issues, like depression, you really understand it goes to shit, right? So sometimes when I'm not feeling good, whether it's from my depression, my chronic pain, my shoulders, my back, or if I'm feeling yucky just because of my tumor and the meds I have to be on, I try to get myself in the shower and take a shower. Or at least, you know, like I don't always wash my hair. I don't always have to because with dry shampoo and stuff, and I got curly hair. But just rinsing off in the shower and the hot water and stuff, and then you get out, and just the act of feeling clean makes you feel better. It seems like it helps. I don't know what it is, but feeling clean when you feel sick really helps somebody's mood. And I could see when I was in nursing school, the changes. I had a patient cry and thank me for helping her get cleaned up, because she had been there for, she was brought in through the emergency because she had broken her hip, and she hadn't had anybody come in to help her get her cleaned up, and she had been there for like a day or two or something. And she cried saying thank you, you know, thank you so much for helping me. And I'm like, no problem, you know, I'm happy to, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. So I always remember that. So when I'm not feeling good or whatever, I still try to drag my ass into the shower and get clean, and it helps. So yeah, here I am, here we are. What you doing up there, Timmy? And there's Noe, he's yelling in the window. Sorry, the exposure's all fucked. Timmy! Oh, there you go, now you can see him. Timmy! And then that right there is Noe. You see him meowing and stuff out there? This is what he does in the middle of the night. He just screams like this out the window. He'll be like, eh! Eh! He'll do that during the day, just randomly. And so what I do is, I'll tell Noe that he's being embarrassing, and none of the other cats, see that's him right there, none of the other cats are gonna wanna be his friend in the neighborhood, cause he's embarrassing. Nobody wants to be friends with a whiner, Noe. See, Timmy agrees. Timmy agrees. Nobody wants to be friends with a whiner, Noe. The more you whine, the more the other cats in the neighborhood aren't gonna wanna come out and hang out with you. Because they're gonna think you're a whiner and a loser, because you're just whining out the window. Oh, that is so zoomed in. Shit. Yee. Hello. I don't want to get fish my tripod out, so I'm just gonna stick you here, and that'll be good enough. Welcome to Monday. I know. I said we were gonna go out and do something Saturday night. Well, it was over 110 and humid, and so my left SI joint, the pressure in it just went, so it felt like a bomb went off in my left SI joint, and it was really irritating my sciatica. So I basically just like laid around in pain on the living room floor with my TENS unit and my Chinese cups. I mean, I used the Chinese cups and then I put the TENS unit on, and then just like laid there on the floor trying to get comfortable. It really, the sensation I get when it happens, I have it too, because today, all day Sunday, why I didn't vlog on Sunday, I felt the same. I felt like crap because of the humidity. And then today it's raining. It's actually fucking raining outside. It's August in the desert. What is the temperature today? Let me check on my iPad here. 88 degrees. It's 88 degrees and raining. It's 88 degrees and raining, and typically around this time of year it's over like 110. So this is like weird, right? It's raining. It's super fucking humid. What is the humidity? 53%. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday, and Saturday night was just fucking horrible. That was horrifying. Pain like that is just horrifying when all you can do is just lay there. Now, that's not the worst pain I've ever experienced. The worst pain I've ever experienced was when I had pancreatitis. Now, when I slipped and fell and hurt my back, that was pretty painful. It kind of reminds me of this pain, but that pain was like all over my lower back and radiating down both legs, where this is just kind of like not as intense. Just a lot of pressure in my left side of my joint, and it's going down my left leg. But the worst pain I've ever experienced was pancreatitis, which I've heard is one of the most painful things you can actually go through is pancreatitis. Pancreatitis is horrible, and then it's just horrible. And then when you go in with pancreatitis, doctors just assume that pancreatitis is either from your gallbladder, being an alcoholic, or sometimes they say spider bites, but they don't really like to, they say that's rare, but they would always ask me, have you been drinking? What about your gallbladder? Which they removed my gallbladder one of the times I had pancreatitis, which the pancreatitis came back after that. Good times. And then it turned out I was having a side effect to a medication I was on, and I was just the unlucky rare person. It was like a less than like 2% chance side effect of getting pancreatitis from this anti-inflammatory I was on for my back. I got that. And because it was so rare and doctors didn't want to explore that option until it was like 2 years later after being in and out of the hospital in the ER with pancreatitis, they're like, well, maybe it's this drug. And then I got off of it and the pancreatitis goes away and I get better. And they're like, well, we don't actually know if it was a side effect from that drug. The only way we'll know is if we stick you back on it. And I don't think it's worth trying that. So, yay, you're better. Yeah, that was the worst pain I've ever been in, was the pancreatitis. That was horrible because it feels like you're being impaled through your, like, mid-back and through your stomach, and moving just hurts, and it hurts so bad you want to vomit. I mean, when you're in so much pain and crying and vomiting in the lobby of the ER and other patients are going, this is disturbing, can you take her before me because I'm disturbed by her? You know it's pretty fucking bad. It's pretty bad, right? So yeah, I've just been hanging out. I've been working on my drawing. See, I finished the mountains on my drawing. Let's see. Okay. So I copied and pasted the little building over, and so I'm trying to place it. See, I finished the mountains, so I'm trying to place it in there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the lot that it's in and do a parking lot. So it's gonna be Desert Mermaid, and I'm gonna put the windmills behind it. You know, so it's got that classic Palm Springs, the windmills and stuff, but you know, there's my Desert Mermaid right there in the like desert, you know, and then I'm gonna make a parking lot, and then I can do pictures of like having a barbecue parking lot barbecue at the Desert Mermaid. Yeah, they do that a lot down here at certain places. They'll do like a parking lot barbecues and stuff. a lot of the dispensaries down here do that. They'll do like parking lot barbecue or barbecue parking lot or whatever. And so I was thinking, oh, that would be fun to do little pictures of that. I'm basically going to be making up my own friend group in my own little, I keep telling Patrick I'm making the Desert Mermaid verse because I want a place to like escape into, which is basically gonna be like a cartoon version of where I live. And I'm gonna make little like characters, draw people to be my friends since I'm so lonely. I'm like, I'm just gonna use my imagination and draw a world and escape into it. Fuck the real world, right? So, yeah. I'm gonna end this because this is like a 3-part, me just sitting here in the living room chit-chatting with you about what's going on, but whatever. I want to do this for me. Nobody watches this really, so it's like, these are for me, so I feel like I have something I'm doing. And I feel like as we get more along on the business stuff, which I did, me and Patrick did work on the business stuff Saturday before my SI joint blew up. We got some really important stuff done for Desert Mermaid, so this is exciting because we're like really close to getting to a starting point where I can launch the site and stuff. But I'm just really excited because it seems like it's all starting to come together. So as we move on and I'm working more on Desert Mermaid stuff, we're gonna have a lot more to look at. It's just right now, you know, because it just seems like there's not a lot going on in my life because I sit in this living room, but yet I do a lot of stuff. It's just mainly, it's like on the internet and in my brain and, you know, drawing and things like that. But, you know, as we move along, we're gonna probably be doing a lot more shit. And as the weather gets better, because it really is hard to do anything down here when it's 115 degrees. Well, at least it's not today. It's raining. I'm like, I might go stand out in the rain later just because it's raining and it's summer and we don't usually get 88 degrees rain in the summer. So yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbing because I'm just like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Let me know how the summer is going for you. I think I mentioned earlier that it just seems like things get a lot harder in the summer for people when it gets hot and nasty, and you know, people's kids are at home, and it's just, it seems like shit hits the fan in the summer. I've been seeing a lot of shit hitting the fan on YouTube and whatnot. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Let me know in the comments, you know. If not, I hope you're doing okay. You don't have to tell me if you are or not. I still hope you're doing okay, because we all need to hang in there and band together as humans, because life is fucking hard and we're all we have, right, on this little fucking planet in the middle of the universe. Yeah, anyways, as always, I'm gonna send lots of love to all the humans on planet Earth, because life is hard out here for a human being and we need the love. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.